All right, so we're making another update video on the custom because I've been too lazy to post on the forum.
True.
And we've just been really busy with building this thing. So, as you see, it is currently on its side in the messy ass garage.
Looks real happy.
So, something that we had kind of covered was the bell crank, just made out of some 1/4-inch plate. Got tie rods put on it.
Totally not a design stolen from Richie.
Yeah,
this is totally original. We came up with it ourselves. It is 100% proprietary.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we ended up doing for the front axle is we used the original spindles from my Sears front axle, which have a they don't have any curve in terms of where they're in the angle. This is a 90-degree angle. I can't explain that any better. So those are the original Sears ones. They work pretty good.
They were a 90-degree angle, so you bent them.
Shut up. Anyway, so after that, tightened up the front axle, greased the front pivot. We had to tighten the actual bell crank a little bit because it did move a little too much.
Some beautiful clearance in the frame.
Oh yeah, to clear the left side tie rod, I had to
She had to take a bite out of it.
Yeah, I did that. So we currently have a clutch with a spring, and it's relatively tight. So what I ended up doing with the clutch rod is, one, I put bearings in it, and two, so I cut the end of the clutch off. I slid the whole rod in, so that way the key and everything for the clutch side of it, or for this arm, is down in here instead of on this side where it originally is. So that way we could run a straight rod without hitting any of the steering. So, and then this light definitely sucks, but
You want me to get the wall up?
yeah, if you could please, love.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
that is better. So that is just straight to that, and we put it on there so that way we have more clutch travel. Got our double pulley clutch with a big old spring. That still isn't too hard, but got plenty of good, plenty of tension. We did end up using the factory belt guard. Made some spacers out of some 5/8. Had to put one washer because I gave Bradley the wrong measurements. But that should be fine. This is an idler pulley off the timing belt of the Subaru that I just happen to have laying around. So we need to make guards and everything still, but this is kind of everything that we've done thus far. Yeah, help me out. Okay, so should we flip it over now? See if Bradley can do this on his own.
Not likely.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Come on,
Yeah,
you can do
no,
it. You can
not
do
happening. It's sliding.
All right, here.
It's sliding.
it. Ta-da! Okay, so
We had some trouble with the ignition, or so we thought. We spent 2 days chasing our asses trying to figure out why it all of a sudden had no spark. And after totally tearing the ignition completely apart, taking the pull start off and all that other bull crap, we realized it was the battery.
our brand new battery went bad.
Yeah. Now, the only amendment I made to this, other than totally having to redo the wiring, we don't need to talk about that, was adding a ballast resistor, because I did realize that though everything in the system I believe was okay, the primary resistance on my coil was too low because this is for an electronic ignition, and so we added a ballast resistor just to keep the load down. That helps protect the coil.
And something to add is we did end up changing the carburetor from a 30 to a 34 mil Mikuni from a I don't know. We have 3 of these, so they're from some triple.
Yeah,
Not
they're
really
from
sure.
a 3-cylinder Polaris, I believe.
Were
in the
they?
snowmobile.
Was it a Polaris?
I'm pretty sure it was a Polaris in the snowmobile. It was either Polaris or Yamaha.
And we used a mushroom air filter that we got on eBay. You want to grab the light again? And it just barely clears.
It really doesn't clear because she had to mash the cover on it.
Yeah, and it still doesn't really clear.
It really doesn't, but whatever.
But it's on there. It works. And so this thing here, go ahead and start it.
Yeah, because it runs way better than it ever did with the other carburetor, and this one doesn't leak, which is nice.
Yeah, that was the main issue that we changed it for, was because the other one leaked really bad.
Let's see here.
So
Right here, I'll let you have the light.
I don't even really need the light at this point, but
Okay.
that's okay. It's in neutral. You didn't pull it over to the right spot.
Okay.
Okay, you still didn't. Don't rev it up yet. Let it idle And this thing vibrates like all hell.
Yeah. Oh, we also put the supports for the grill back in. None of these really do a whole lot, and I welded this in between just to kind of give it a little bit more rigidity. I don't really think it's gonna help a whole lot, but whatever, it looks okay.
It should be fine. Looks like our tires held air overnight, so that's helpful. So while Bradley's at work today, I plan on finishing the gas pedal, and then after we do that, I think we probably will be... Gas pedal and belt guards are really the only things that are left before this thing can be test ridden.
The gas tank. You want to cover the gas tank?
Yeah.
Because we did end up putting a fuel tank on it, which is the fuel tank from her Sears.
This was, if anyone remembers, this is the one that I originally built for the scrap iron Sears. Oh, we also did mount the seat with...
Good job.
A seat with a Bolin seat spring and some random MTD bracket that has an adjustment in it. It's not perfect, it works, but I had to beat the crap out of the bottom of the seat to make it kind of clear the...
Well, we will probably,
it hits them. It hits them.
We will probably change this for a narrow edge seat at some point. And also the finishing touch.
Yeah, we added the license plate, finally. But this, if anyone remembers, is my Sears original gas tank that had the original pickup went right there. So what we ended up doing, or what I ended up doing, was I had this old snowmobile tank that had here, I need that light, that had a pickup that went down into the tank with a piece of submersible fuel line and a right angle bend at the top. What I ended up doing was drilling out that compression fitting and doing the same thing that I did with the last one, but this aluminum seemed to bite into the compression fitting a lot better, and it's not as long of a piece, so it doesn't get as screwed up as easily. So that seems to work pretty good. As you could hear, it was running off of its own gas tank. So yeah, that worked out pretty well.
Yeah, and I covered the fuel pump and all that in a post, so
yeah,
that's covered.
So that's really it so far. Oh, and I did put a clutch pedal on it. I don't have the right angle on it currently. I'm probably going to take the oxyacetylene torch to it and bend it back some, but it should be good.
And its maiden voyage will be to ride over to the barn to have that done.
Yep, pretty much. So,
but technically, minus the gas pedal, it can run and drive under its own power now.
Yeah.
So,
and the belt would probably fly off, but that's fine.
It's not going to fly off.
That's true, but it is too smoky in here. So,
yeah, this thing we're running 16 to 1 in this thing, so it does smoke a hell of a lot.
This smokes a lot. So, is there anything else you want to cover?
Not that I can think of. I think that's it.
Okay.
So, in case everybody doesn't know, we are leaving for Richie's tomorrow night, and we're going down to Blue Holler and probably do some riding at his place too, I assume. We'll get the expert's opinion on how well built this thing is.
Which is probably going to be...
But whatever, we'll find out. We copied a lot of his designs, so,
We did.
So maybe it'll be okay. We'll
But
find
without
out.
his help.
But we can probably now say that we have the first successful two-stroke tractor that we know of, at least. If anybody does know of one, that would be
Well, there's
cool to
plenty.
see
There's
that.
plenty of other snowmobile tractors, but none that use a factory transaxle. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, built like ours is built correct according to build-off rules.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of other tractors that people have cobbled two-strokes together in, but as far as I know, this is the only build-off legal two-stroke tractor that we've seen. Maybe back in the archives somebody's done it before, but I haven't run across
We're
it.
probably stretching the rules a little bit using
Not
a snowmobile
really.
engine,
Not
but
really. I
that-
mean, it was technically used.
We got
The same
permission,
engine was
so-
used in some outdoor power equipment, and it basically functions like one, so
yeah.
it's nothing exotic, really.
Yeah. But I guess that's it for now. I mean, we're gonna get working on this thing
Yeah,
Ideally.
try to get a little bit done this morning.
before he has to go to work, and I get to work on it by myself. So that's all. Bye.